Hey, what is up YouTube, and welcome to my Exodia Crooked Cook deck profile for the July 2022 format. I think this is easily the best version of Exodia for TCG. This deck basically just relies on turboing out Crooked Cook and then just sitting on it until you draw all 5 pieces of Exodia. If you guys want to see more deck profiles, please subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment down below what decks you guys would like to see next and what changes you would make to my deck list. With that being said, let's get started with the deck profile. First, I obviously play all 5 pieces of Exodia, and then for the cards that help you summon Crooked Cook as soon as possible, I play triple Batooniful Princess and triple Buzzsaw Shark. When you summon Batooniful Princess, you can tribute it to special summon Buzzsaw Shark from the deck, and Buzzsaw Shark can then target itself, which allows it to special summon a level 4 water fish monster from the deck, which then summons Right Hand Shark. And this card has a very important effect where if it's used as an XC material for an XC monster and all of the materials are water, that XC monster cannot be destroyed by battle. And Crooked Cook has the effect where if you control no other cards except for this, it's unaffected by card effects. So if you have Right Hand Shark under Crooked Cook and no other cards on the field, this card is basically unkillable except if they kaiju it. This card also has a very nice effect where if it's in the graveyard and you control low monsters, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Then I play 3 copies of Silent Angler. This is just the best level 4 water extender, and then I play 3 copies of Astral Karibo. Now this is the second card that gives your Crooked Cook the ability to be indestructible by battle. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal a numbered monster from your extra deck, which is Crooked Cook, and then you can special summon this from the hand, and it becomes level 4 because Crooked Cook is rank 4. And if this card is used as an XC material for a number monster, it gives it the protection from battle. That is it for our main engine, and then I just play some hand traps and good generic cards. First, Triple Dimensional Shifter. This deck doesn't care about the graveyard, so this is probably the best hand trap you can play. If you go first, you make Crooked Cook anyway, most of the time, so what you have to worry about is going second, so I just main a bunch of cards that help you go second. Then I actually main deck 2 copies of Winter Cherries, because there are some very specific problematic cards in the extra deck that can beat Crooked Cook. For example, if they do piercing damage or if they do burn damage, some decks can just beat you with that, so you have to play at least 1 Cherries in the main deck, in my opinion. Then I play 1 Pankatrop. This is just a good going second card, and it can also remove itself from the field at any time, which is good for Crooked Cook. That's it for the monsters, and then for the spells, I play Triple Pot of Extravagance. If you banish 3 copies of Crooked Cook, you just accept defeat, but that almost never happens, so I still think it's worth playing 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance and 3 copies of Map. This is basically just 3 extra copies of Batooniful Princess, which is a 1 card Crooked Cook, and then I main deck 3 copies of Dark Lure No More, because I think this is the single best going second card against combo decks. Then I play 1 Foolish Burial. With this card, you send the Right Hand Shark to the graveyard, and then it can special summon itself back, so this is just an extra extender. 1 Called by the Grave to protect you from hand traps, and triple Infinite Impermanence. In this deck, I would actually recommend saving this card for your turn most of the time, so you can take one of their negates, for example, because the only thing you have to do is just summon Crooked Cook and their entire board doesn't matter anymore. That is it for the main deck, and for the extra deck, I play triple Crooked Cook. This is the most important card in the entire deck. If you manage to summon this, you're most likely going to win. So to explain again, if this card is the only card on your field, it is unaffected by card effects, and then if you use either Right Hand Shark or your Astral Karibo to summon this, it is also indestructible by battle, which basically makes it completely unkillable except with kaijus, which most people don't even side deck. That is pretty much the best counter to this deck, and why I would always recommend in other decks to side at least 1 kaiju. And the rest of the extra deck are just Cherries targets, so I play 1 Assembled Nightingale because it attacks directly, 1 Downward Magician because it does piercing damage, 1 Purgatrio, same reason, it does piercing damage, 1 Hayate because it can attack directly, 1 Cowboy if they do some type of weird FTK, 1 Gustav Max because Earth Machine can just loop this card infinitely and kill you with it before you draw Exodia, 1 Salamangrate Almirage. This is the main way people use Nightmare Corruptor Ibli. Then I play 1 Shadol Winda. This is probably the most annoying card you have to deal with going second, so I would rather just banish it. 1 Salamangrate Wolf and 1 Sherak to beat Salamangrate and Brigade, 1 Phantom Knight Link, and 1 Crystal Needle Fiber because this is the most generic one. If you don't play against any of the other cards, you usually just call this one. That is it for the deck profile. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below what decks you guys would like to see next and what changes you would make to my deck list. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.